Hi everyone. Oh, I see the demon head has joined again. I forgot what your name is. Hi everyone. Welcome. Can everyone see my screen? Would it be possible to get a phone stand as well? Thank you. Hi everyone. Oh, hi Amelia. Thank you so much for replying. Yes, you can see my screen. That is great. That is great. All right. Thank you. That's great. Okay, we have a very messy table today, and it is compromising my work. How is everyone doing today? Welcome to the live. Hello, Mi Chong. See a lot of new faces, well, new users that I have not seen before. Okay, let's begin the live. See, my hair is super fuzzy today. All right. Okay. Today we will be going through some English paper 2 and oral ebooks. All right. So we will have all our ebooks with us today, but let's start with the grammar MCQs. Okay, this is for the students who need that extra practice before PSLE. Okay. Understand it's super stressful now. Everyone is in a I was gonna say ride or die, but that's not the right phrase. Everyone's in such a stressed situation. All right. Completely understand. Hi, An. Thank you so much for sharing the live. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, I think some people will miss me teaching, and honestly, I miss teaching as well. Okay, I haven't taught in well, I have been teaching. I haven't taught grammar MCQs in some time. All right, let's take a look. Okay, join me, everyone. Okay, so over here we have grammar MCQ question 1. Okay, could we join the
Yeah, give me a moment. I am joining everything else. I will do it when I get the
Oh,
chance.
all right. All right. Hi, your fave. Your fave? Your fave? Hi, Rora. We have another stay here. That's great. I have such a funny nose today. It's so blocked. All right, let's begin. Let's begin. Okay. Joe, as well as his brothers, blank, attending the concert. Yes, I am a stay. Wait, I can't see your profile. It's so small, like the profile pic. Wait, who is your bias? Is that Felix? I know this is like bringing me so far away from the main topic, but it's always nice to see you stay. Is it Felix? I've I recently picked up watching Stray Kids as well. It has been something that is, I would say, very time consuming. So I completely understand where you're coming from. Okay, I completely understand. So yes, I must stay as well. I must stay as well. Baby stay because I only just started watching, but I cannot pick a bias. Okay, it is physically and mentally tough for me to pick a bias. All right, but okay, maybe from my vibe, maybe you can like guess, okay, who are the ones that I really, really do like. Ice cream, maybe you can give a guess. Maybe you can give a guess of like, who I might feel like is um someone that I would call my bias. Maybe you can guess, okay? Mainly I am like I don't have to pick, but like around like okay, there are like four of them for me that I'm like just really, really thinking. Like I don't know who to watch when I'm like watching like Skits Code or like but yes. It is a it is a major issue. It is a major issue. Maybe you can help me guess. All right. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh, IN. Oh, okay. IN. Actually, yes. I love his vibes and like skits goes. It's super funny. It's super funny, and he is giving he has he very clearly grew up with brothers, and that is so funny to me. But it's not IN. It's not IN. It is not IN. Okay. While I go through this question, you can continue guessing. And then everyone here who I don't know how many people here watch Stray Kids, but you guys can continue guessing, okay? Joe as well as his brothers blank attending the concert tomorrow evening. Oh my god, we're talking about a concert. It's the most fitting. It's the most fitting. Okay, so we have three options. Is, are, was, were, okay? Okay, I'll give ice cream a hint. Okay. Um, someone who had the most major change in the group recently, like the most yeah, maybe you can guess from there. Okay, now let's look through all of these options and then everyone can take a chance to guess what the answer might be. So again, Joe as well as his brothers blank attending the concert tomorrow evening. Is, are, was, were, okay? Hyunjin, thank you. Yes. So Hyunjin, yes. Major I worry for the guy's hair, okay? He's has been bleaching it. Actually no. Felix is the one who has been bleaching his hair a lot. So yeah. There are like okay, I'm also like seriously like fixated on Felix as well because of his voice. He is actually such an underrated singer, I feel. And honestly just vibes as well. Okay. Okay, I'm honestly very, very frankly, I know it was a long time ago, but I'm still stuck in like Kingdom era. So, okay. Joe as well as his brothers is. Okay, let's see. Is. Okay. Now, when we're saying is, we have to note that number one, Felix is actually, okay, to break it down for you, the first person I noticed was actually Hyunjin. And then Felix was my bias wrecker, and he became my bias. But then I saw Hyunjin again, and then Hyunjin became my bias wrecker again. If that makes any sense, I don't know. And then after that, I heard Sungmin sing, and then he Loki became my bias wrecker. And then there was Bang Chan when I saw him in like Skits Code, again bias wrecker. And then now I don't know who my bias is anymore. Yeah, it is. It's an interesting experience because oh yes, yes. Okay, I see that. I see that. Honestly, yeah, yeah, yeah. Seungmin has such underrated vocals. I feel like they talk people talk about it a lot, but not enough. Okay, not enough. And I don't know if this is true, but one of the saddest things I saw online was that I don't know if someone actually said it, but people was bringing that up online that he said that I'm the member least likely to be biased, and that's okay, and that made me so sad. And Bangchan is such a great leader. Yes, exactly. I have seen so many like edits on that, and it's just, whew. Okay. Now the real subject is Joe. It's just one person. Is singular. Okay. So I think when it comes to doing questions like this, it is also very important to start looking at whether something is plural or singular. Right? It is something that can really show you which might be the likely answers. Okay. So what I like to do is that I like to look at the options and see which ones are singular, which ones are plural, and to go down the line. Okay, we have singular over here as well. R is, I'm not using my space very well over here. No, R. But honestly, ice cream stay is the Aussie Racha for me. Aussie Racha. Is super funny. Okay, I will never pass up. That's very nice. Edit. Okay, I will never pass it up. Okay, if I pass up an edit like that, just something's not right. All right. Okay, so R is present, was past, were also past. How about using will be? Interesting. Will be. Okay, let me just edit this, and I will be and I want to will be attending. That's a very valid question. Okay. Okay, let me just finish this. Okay, singular, plural. Okay, past, plural. Okay, no, made a mistake over here. Okay. Can everyone read my handwriting from here? I've gotten so many comments that I've had bad handwriting before. Hopefully my handwriting is better right now. All right. Okay. Will be attending. I feel like will be attending can be an option as well, okay? Like if this was a fill in, you could use will be attending as well. Joe as well as his brothers will be attending the concert event tomorrow. Yes. Should be able to use will be, huh? If we were to look at the question. The question should be able to use will be. Yeah. Okay, but over here, our options, we have four options, which is, are, was, were. And in this case, what grade is this? This is for the, let's see, because I'm teaching right now from an ebook, our very own ebook, okay? This is upper primary, yeah. Yep, it's upper primary, okay? What grade are you in? Ayon? Ayon? What grade are you in? Yeah, but this one's for upper primary, of course. But if you're in lower primary, I feel like definitely it is okay to try some of the upper primary like questions, because you'll be going up to upper primary soon, so it's a good way to test yourself. Primary tree, ooh, primary tree, primary tree is a very good. It's a good period of time. It's a great period of time. Trust me, you are you're years away from PSLE. It's a great time to start, but also a great time to have fun. Definitely, I loved primary three. It was so long ago, but I remember the amount of time I had on my hands, I was playing basketball every single day with my friends, and it was just such a awesome period of time because um nobody would, as long as you keep your grades decent, everyone's like, you know what, do what you want. Okay, so I was picking up as many sports. Doing, I was trying to become competitive in taekwondo, and I was playing basketball every single day. So trust me, primary three, best time of your, I wouldn't say of your life, best time of your primary school years. Trust me, just have as much fun as you can. Okay, but always keep your grades on. Make sure it's consistent and you're doing well, and then just have the time of your life. Trust me. All right. I have the best memories from primary three, but I also got yeah, I also remember primary three because I got hurt a lot because I was playing basketball every single day. I have this scar. How many medals did you win in taekwondo? I feel like this might be a Felix question. 63. Was it 62? No, I did not win any medals in taekwondo. I loved trying competitive, but I wasn't that good at it. Okay, I wasn't that good at it. So not a lot. I just got my camp. Ooh, camp? I thought you guys only have camp in primary five. Or have things changed? Have things changed? Am I just that old? Camp is in primary five, right? Camp is in primary five. Okay, I'm not that old. Okay, I still remember. I've been here. Oh no, no, like playing. Oh, I see, I see. What kind of camp is it? What kind of camp is it? Like a sports camp or like church camp or like what other camps might there be? Art camp? Music camp? I went on my fair amount of. Oh, okay, okay. I know what you mean now. I know what you mean now. Okay, but yes, okay. Ooh, we have went away so far from the question. But oh yes, okay. Joe is one of his brothers, blank, attending the concert tomorrow. Okay, now the real subject is Joe. Okay, we want to highlight the fact that it's singular because it's one person. Okay, as well as his brothers is extra information in school sports. Oh, what sports? Please tell me. I love hearing your stories, you guys. Okay, so I do want you guys to note over here when you see two commas like this, we ignore it for the verb. Okay, because this is considered extra information. What sports do you do, or is it like a general thing where anyone who does sports can just join in and have fun? Okay, I think those are the best because it's you get a chance to socialize. Okay, okay. Now is attending is okay. Now let's say is attending the concert tomorrow is the best option. Okay, because it's singular, and also over here it is present. Okay, so over here the correct answer is, and also with is it would be okay, let's just do this so everyone can see better. Okay, is present continue. Oh, it's raining. Oh no, it's gonna be cold. Okay, so it is correct, so our answer is number one. Building. Wait, what kind of building? I'm so confused. I want to attend the Stray Kids Dominate tour again. Right, they came to Singapore. Okay, one of my biggest regrets is not finding Stray Kids sooner because I only found them. Okay, I've heard about them, but I've only became so super into them after they finished the Singapore tour, and I was devastated. Okay, I saw that they went to Hong Kong, and I was intending to go there, but the thing about that was that number one, I didn't have time. Okay, but number two, I didn't have anyone else to go with. Okay, so my friends have been telling me you should go yourself. It will be super fun, but I don't know. It feels I don't know how to feel about going myself. I went to Baby Monster's concert. Was that good? Was that good? Honestly, the ones I want to see in Singapore right now is of course Stray Kids and Cat's Eye. Okay, Cat's Eye. I really want to see their. Is it gnarly their tour? People are saying it's so catchy. I can't imagine what it'll be like seeing it live. To the U.S. Really, it is so far. It is so far. It is so far. But what made me super upset about not going to the Hong Kong one was that Bang Chan's parents went to the Hong Kong one, so I missed that. The whole commotion about it, I missed that. I could have seen there were so many things going on in that one tour. That's okay. The next time they come over to Singapore, I will go. All right. Now, why are the answers wrong? Okay, let's take a look. I'm gonna put this in red so everyone can have an idea. Okay, are used for plural subjects like they. Okay, we don't have a lot of space here, but okay, you guys should be able to see like they. Okay, and so if you say they are attending the concert, they are okay. But if you're going to use something that that happened previously, you say they were attending the concert. Why did Joe and his brothers not show up? Why did Joe and his brothers not show up to work? They were attending the concert. Okay, so in this case, so I'm gonna put this. So okay, for future reference, I will be putting the reasons why something is wrong in red, and the reasons why something is right and common like annotations in blue. Okay, so for reference. All right. Yes, look. Yeah. It looked super fun. It looked super fun. I got my sub task back. I got. That makes me so confused. All right. Was okay. Was now the issue with was is that okay, it is singular. It's correct, but it is past tense. Okay, so we're not gonna use that. Okay. Okay, and some people might say, why can't it be Joe and as well as his brothers are attending the concert, okay, event? It sounds right, but the thing is, over here, do note that we circled this too. It is considered extra information, okay? So over here, it will not be considered plural, it's considered singular because we're talking about Joe, okay? Oh, that's great. Wait, that's so great. 4 marks away from full marks. Great, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. But primary three, such a good period of time. Okay, second question. Can anyone guess what the answer might be? Oh, Wonder Woman is in the chat. Does anyone know what the answer might be? Okay, but ice cream is okay. A question that I love to ask my friends who are also stays. What is the one moment that made you decide this is my bias? What is the one moment? Oh, okay. Ayon? Ayon. Am I pronouncing it right? Okay. It's saying one. Let's circle one first. Okay. Let's circle one first. Hi, Jess Mom. Ooh, Jess Mom has been coming a lot to the live. Okay. My father, together with his colleagues, blank, going to the science fair this Saturday. Okay. Baby got true. Hi, Yash. Yesh. Yesh. I don't know how to pronounce that. Yesh. I'm gonna say yesh. Okay. Now, when you say is, okay, I'm gonna highlight that is. Okay, let's do the same thing again. Is present. Present. Past. Past. Ooh, yes, you're saying R. I'm gonna circle R as well. Okay. 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 I'm gonna circle this. Okay, so this is the subject. Okay, now I'm gonna circle this too. Okay, now when you see two commas, usually what is between them, you can cancel it, okay, because it is considered extra information. Yes, that is correct. Yes, good job. He's also my first bias, and I never changed ever since. Felix, right? Oh, but honestly, I feel like when it comes to Felix, at least what I hear in the fandom is that when you have him as your bias, you usually don't change. I don't know. That's just something I've heard. I don't know if it's true. What primary school English got so tricky? Yes. Hi, mango. Mango, like mango. Like mango. Oh, hi. Hi. Join us to do these kind of grammar questions, okay? Just feel free to just drop your answers in the chat and we will like go through it together, all right? Going to the science fair this Saturday. Yeah, I know. Okay, but feel it. No, Hyunjin had such strong game that I became very indecisive. Okay, but I firmly believe that you can have two biases at the same time, so we'll stay with that. Okay. Okay, I firmly believe that. Okay, but at the same time, there's Bang Chan and Sungmin. It's so okay. Hi, Milo Dinosaur. Okay, you're saying two as well. Okay, like I want to highlight again extra information. This is always extra information. Okay, now the main subject is father, which is singular. Okay, subject is singular. Okay, now when it comes to extra information, we're usually just gonna cancel it out. Okay, so usually we only consider what's in front of it, what's outside the bracket. Okay, so together with his colleagues is extra information, like I said, so we ignore it when choosing. Okay, and okay, let's look. Let's see. Is going would be present continuous. Okay, going to the science fair this Saturday is not happened yet. Okay, so is going sounds right. Let's see if there are any other better options. Are okay. Now are is also present, which is good, but the thing is that are is plural, which is the main issue over here. Okay, now the fact that it's plural, I do want to know. I know a lot of people chose are. Okay, and or would have been a good option if they say father and his colleagues blank going to the science fair, then that would have been correct. However, over here we have two commas, which means that what's in between is extra information. Now when what's in between is extra information, we cancel it out and we look what's outside of it. Okay, so over here we're only considering father and father as singular, so it has to be something that is singular. Okay, was and were are not correct because they're both past, even though was is singular and were is plural. Okay, plural is definitely not going to be correct because we're talking about one thing over here. So were is definitely not correct, was not correct, or would not be correct, unfortunately. So our answer will be number 1. Okay, do note this. It's I would say this is one of the most common questions. Oops, didn't see the commas. Genuine mistake. Okay, it is very very common issue, so definitely if you're making this mistake, you don't have to worry, just note it down in your head. Okay, I would say it's very very common. Students make these mistakes all the time, so it's okay, but just note it down because they really like this question. Okay, for some reason. Okay, it is a bit mean, but they do love this question. Yay yay yay, good job, Ahyeon. Ahyeon. I just read it as I didn't read it as AH blank Yeon. I read it as A blank Yeon. Is that a genuine mistake as well? Is that a fair mistake as well? All right. Okay. Question 3. Okay, guys, come on. Question 3. Okay. Can anyone guess the answer over here? Tom is looking to blank the letter of acceptance to the school. To cancel my friends, I just have to include double. Please don't do that. But that could be a very good inside joke. Okay, Mangor says Buan. Okay, I'm gonna circle it for you. Okay, let's do this. Okay, but you also say 4. Wait, you have to choose one. You cannot choose 2 answers. Okay, okay. Milo Dinosaur also says 4. Okay, I'm gonna circle 4, and Ion says 2. I'm gonna circle 2. Hi, Vernis. Okay, Vernis also says 4. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Come on, Mangor, you have to choose one answer. You can't choose both. I'm so bad at this. It's okay. This is upper primary, so you still have a lot of time. Trust me, you have a lot of time. Okay, it's good that you're learning this now. Okay, you're gonna be ahead if you always learn this. Okay, 5. Ha ha ha. Very funny. I'm gonna call you Star. I'm gonna call you Star because I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it Yu? Like the O with the 2 dots. I don't know. Or am I mixing it up with Chinese Han Pinyin? I'm not sure. It's okay. I don't have to know. I think it's Roy. Roy? Roy? Is it Roy? If not, I'm just gonna call you Star. It's easier for everyone, mostly me. All right. Tom is looking to blank the letter of acceptance to school. Okay, now we have such varied answers over here. Let's take a look. Okay, now first things let's look at one of the main giveaways is look forward to, looking forward to. Okay, now usually when you're saying something like this, it is to look forward to see, look forward to something. Okay, so it hasn't happened yet, so we're looking at something, we're looking for an answer with ing, so it's pretty much a giveaway over here. We're looking for something but ing because it's not happened yet. Okay, now that is one of the main grammar rules. Okay, so over this you can just imagine it to be verb plus ing. Okay, now let's look at the other answers just to see. I gotta go. Bye. I will see you later. Ion. I will see you later. Okay. Do come back to our live when you have time, alright? Okay. Now receives. Okay, now receives is the plain form of the word, it's the base form of the word. Okay. It doesn't follow with looking forward to receive. Okay. This will always be something with an ing. Okay, so it definitely won't be the answer. Receives, okay, you can say that he receives, okay, but it's not suitable for after to, so it's not the answer. So you can say he receives. Okay, received is past tense, so this thing hasn't happened yet. Okay, so it definitely doesn't work here. Okay, so our answer will be number 4. Congratulations to those who chose number 4, you are correct. All right. Hi Toonie. All right. Okay, now question 4. Let's see who can guess. Question 4. What might the answer be? What might the answer be? Okay. Okay, so for those who just came in, welcome. Okay. While we're waiting for some answers. Okay. Now for this questions that I'm doing over here, all of these questions are from our grammar ebook. Okay. So if you guys feel like you guys need that extra focus, not extra focus, extra practice, you guys can take a look at the ebooks that we have on our Podia. I'll be showing you guys the cover page in a bit, okay? So you guys can go online to check it out if you'd like, okay? But of course, if you're feeling like, let's say, I mean, especially for those who are doing PSLE this year, if you guys feel like, let's say, you're maybe a little bit behind on something, you don't have to worry about that. But you can always look at the other ebooks that we have online. We have quite a variation, and I'll be going through another two to three. Okay, so another 2 to 3 ebooks, and that will include our oral practice ebook. We understand that everyone can be super stressed about ebook. I feel like what people usually stress out about a lot is the oral exam and the composition exam. Okay, and but to be fair, those two are it does sometimes feel like separate skills of your own, so it is completely normal to feel very stressed about them. We're just over here at Writers, we're really just trying to do what we can to help everyone. So definitely, if you have any questions, you guys can let us know, and we're going to try to deliver more content that can help you. Okay, so just let us know. Okay, we again we have our ebooks. We also have our live classes like this where we go through our questions. Okay, so definitely, if you guys have any questions or are struggling with anything in particular, you can always come onto the live and ask the teachers. Okay, it won't always be me, but there are other very uh good teachers who each of us we teach something different during the live, so you can join any of our live sessions depending on what you feel like maybe you're struggling with a bit more. All right. Okay, now question 4. Lena is excited about blank her artwork displayed at the school gallery. Okay, number 1 is see, number 2 seen, number 3 seeing, number 4 sees. Okay, now excited about. Okay, let's see, excited about. I'm gonna highlight all the things that we see over here. Excited about seeing, sees. Okay, and see is base form. Okay, now past, this is past participle. Okay, seeing is ing form, and sees is present tense. Oh, okay, let's take a look. Lena is excited about. Okay, now the main giveaway over here is the excited about. So is something that hasn't happened yet. Okay, so over here it will be an ing form that we're looking for, and the main giveaway is that this is an ing form. Ing form is essentially words that have this. Okay, so the answer will be number 3. Okay, now the main reason why the others are not answers, the correct answers, is over here we have the base form. Okay, base form is used after about. Okay, it's not used after about. Okay, so you can say Lena's why is it lagging so bad? Why is this? Okay, never mind. Okay, now seen is past participle. Over here it does not fit grammatically. Over here you guys can see it wouldn't make sense. Lena is excited about seeing her artwork, definitely not correct. Okay, and then sees is present tense, definitely not correct. Excited about sees her artwork displayed at school gallery. Okay, so also not correct. So we have number 3. All right, now question 5. I'm going to be the one presenting the project blank I. Saint Kitts asked his group member. Okay, 1 am, 2 will, 3 isn't, 4 aren't. Okay, now let's look at this question. For those who can guess the answers, do let us know. Okay, do let us know what you think the answer might be. Hi Adam. It's Adam. Yes, it's Adam. Okay, I'm going to circle number 1. Okay, does anyone have any other answers? Okay, let's, and now we will move on. Okay, now do note the main thing over here is the question tag. Okay, so a question tag usually requires a certain answer. Okay, now with a question tag, okay, then let's break down. Okay, because usually you have something like, okay, and I am, I'm gonna break this down, is I am. Okay, now we do know that this is dialogue as well, so we're gonna consider a bit of everyday speech. Okay, now let's cross things out. Okay, let's go from number 4 all the way to number 1. Okay, I'm gonna use red. Okay, Arnand. Okay, Arnand, so far it makes sense. I'm going to be the one presenting the project, aren't I? Okay, that makes sense as well. Okay, isn't I? Because isn't is for, it's not definitely not correct. It's because it is for he, she, it, but it's not for I. Okay, so it's definitely not answer. Will is, doesn't match the sentence tense. I'm going to be the one presenting the project, will I? Okay, definitely not correct. Am I? Oh, I am going to be the one presenting the project. Am I? Okay, now am I doesn't make sense. Okay, this is not something that is used in question text. I do want to highlight that. Okay, Adam, I do want to highlight that. Let's say when you're doing a question and says that I am is usually followed with. Okay, I know why the reason. I know why you said the answer might be am, because typically when we do questions like this, we have, like, let's say I'm gonna write an example. Like, let's say he says he did. Oh my goodness, he did this, didn't he? Okay. So what we typically do is that we add this to whatever's over here. Okay. He is the culprit. isn't he? Okay, so it's stuff like this that we usually add that to. However, when it comes to am, it is different because you can't say am and I. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Okay, but you say aren't I. Okay, but over here you use aren't I. You can't use am I. Okay, am I is not typical. It's a special case. Okay, you don't use am I not in or am I in everyday speech. You will use aren't. Okay, do note that down. Okay. Okay, now question 6. Question 6. I am the first in line. Blank. I. Okay, this is a similar question. Everyone can guess again. It's a similar question. Okay, based on what we just went through, you guys should be able to do question 6 as well. Okay. Hi everyone, welcome to the live. I see a lot of people just dropping in. All right. Hi user 620. Hi everyone. All right. Now for those who just joined, while we wait for some people to answer, this is from our grammar MCQ book. Okay, these ebooks are all available on the on our Podia. Hi Potato, thank you so much for liking the live. Thank you so much. All right, so all of these are all available on our Podia. Okay, but of course, if you're not having any issues with grammar, we always have other ebooks. Okay, maybe you have a bit of problems with oral, or you want a bit more practice or composition. Okay, we have model compositions with ebooks for editing, we have ebooks for the oral exam. Okay, I'll be going through the oral exam ones in a bit. Okay, so you guys can take a look. Yuri's Potato says 4. I'm gonna circle it. Okay, does anyone have any answers? If not, I'm gonna start going through this. Okay, does anyone have any answers? If not, I'm gonna start going through. Okay, let's count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, no answers? Alright. Okay, I'm the first in line, aren't I? Okay, that is the option. Okay, let's take a look at the question itself first. Okay, now let's look. I am. Everyone knows it means I am. I'm. Okay, now do you know this is something that I do want to highlight? Mutton Girl, hi, says tree. Okay, so go tree as well. Okay, now I do want to highlight, and I'm going to put a star here, that one of the main things that we have an issue with over here, okay, like I'm going to link back to this one. Okay, so usually with question tags, what we do is that we add the behind the form. Okay, so he says, he did this, dot, 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 didn't he? He is the culprit, isn't he? Okay, they are the ones who did this, aren't they? Okay, so okay, so over here I am, you cannot say am and I, it doesn't make sense. Okay, so it will definitely be something different. Hi Ion, welcome back. We're doing this question. Okay, it's a question that students typically get wrong. These are 2 questions that are similar. Okay, you guys can take a look. Okay, what I'm going through right now is like typically when you see questions with a question tag, let's say he did this, didn't he? This is how we use the word. We use didn't. Okay, he is the culprit, isn't he? Okay, no, but for I am, it is different. Okay, for I am, we don't say am and I. We can't say am and I. We can't say am and I. It doesn't make sense. Okay, it's not correct. Okay, so for I am, just remember, you will use a special case. Okay, you will always say aren't I. Okay, I'm the first in line, aren't I? Okay, now one way to just to go through the rest for everyone to take a look at. Now when you use the word am, this is not for question tags. This is not for question tags. Is, you can only use it for he, she, or it. Okay, or it doesn't work with a tag for I. Okay, unfortunately, that's not how it works. You're not supposed to use the tag with I. Okay, so right now our options are arn. Okay, so arn is the answer over here. Okay, so please note that down. Okay, because it is a very common mistake as well. Okay, we do have to understand that I am is a special case, and it is quite common in English to have special cases here and there. So there is certain rules, and then there are special cases of the rules. Okay, so it's very important to have enough practice when it comes to this. Like a lot of your teachers might say that you practice makes perfect. Okay, it is true. Okay, targeted practice, consistent practice, intentional practice. These are all things that can drastically improve your work. Okay, now when I say intentional practice, so it's definitely working on specific areas that you're weak in. When I say consistent practice, it's pretty self-explanatory. You always have to, you can't have like certain gaps in it. Okay, I actually spoke about this in one of my other lives. That's one of the techniques that we use is spaced repetition. That's more for memorizing, but the main idea is the same, as that you have to have consistent practice within certain periods of time, and that is something that is so important in kind of strengthening certain skills in your head. It's important to enhance certain areas that maybe you're not so strong in. Okay, these are all things that are super important and that can truly like level up what you're learning. Okay, so definitely it is yeah, it's something to work on. It's something to work on. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, question 7. Okay, is it just my screen lagging? Can anyone else see that my screen is lagging, or is it just me? Huh. Okay. Since the coffee was still very hot, Mr. Ang took blank sips at a time. Okay, can anyone guess what the answer might be? Can anyone guess what the answers might be? Hi, Arena. Arena? Is it Irina or Arena? Arena. Ion says tree. Okay, let's go tree. Hi, Paul. Is Pauline? Oh, that is such an interesting way of. That's such an interesting way of spelling your name. I've always seen the one with I N E. I've never seen Pauline spelled like that before. It's so interesting. We had this another viewer on our live stream. I forgot her name was Maylee. I always tell you guys with such interesting names, it must be so easy for you to write to create a username on TikTok. Such an easy thing to create a username on Instagram. Okay, since the coffee was very hot, Mr. Ang took blank sips at a time. Okay, now I'm gonna wait for everyone, some more people, but I'm still gonna go through it. Okay, over here, let's look at it. Okay, sips number 1. Okay, sips is countable. Okay, now always when it comes to countable things, please note it down. Okay, they are uncountable and countable, so it's so important to note that down. Okay, now when you're talking about countable, you're talking about something that can be a big number or a small number, but it's something that has a specific number. Okay, over here, let's look at the word many. Now when you say many, you mean a large number. Okay, we want to consider the fact that the coffee was still very hot, so we're gonna assume that it's something that he maybe took small amount. Okay, so we want to consider information. Will you be live tomorrow? I will be live tomorrow. Let me check. I should be live tomorrow. I should be live tomorrow. Ah, yes. I will be live tomorrow from 2:30 to 5:30. Okay. I will be live tomorrow 2:30 to 5:30. I will be live today to, let's see. I will be live today till 5:30, okay? As well, 5:30 as well today. How about 10 June? Whoa, very specific over here. Okay, 10 June I will also be live from 11:30 to 5:30. Okay, so but I won't be live from 11:30 to 2:30. Okay. That is for 10 June. Very specific. Okay. AM? Yes, definitely not PM. I won't be live from 11:30 p.m. till 5:30 a.m. Definitely no. All right. Hi, Hiraki. Did I pronounce your name right? Hiraki? Did I pronounce it right? I probably pronounced it wrong. Okay. Since the coffee was still very hot, okay, small amount. Okay, we want to highlight that many is a large amount. So definitely is not the answer. So it's not the answer. Okay. Much again, much is something that is usually refers to maybe either a large amount or you're using it as a how much. So it's a measurement, but we use it as something that is uncountable. So maybe say something water. I'm asking because I'm going genting. Ooh, I see. I see. Hi, I just got back from school. Hi, Mariah. Hi, Mariah. You just got back from school. Wait, isn't it the June holidays for some people? Is it? Or is it just for the secondary school students? Oh, okay, okay, never mind. That makes more sense. Okay. Right, right. It is June holidays. I'm not. I thought I was like a bit out of it for a second. From 8 to 12:30. Oh, I feel like ever since I graduated, like from yeah, ever since I graduated in general, I have not been able to just wake up at 6 to 7 for some reason. It is just completely out of my system. Because I remember back in my school days, I had to wake up from 6 to 7, and sometimes even 5, okay? But after I graduated, I just can't do it. Can't do it anymore. And then it has been quite a few years, and I try to do the same thing again to be more productive in the morning, it still doesn't work. I had to wake up 5. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Just doesn't work for me anymore. Okay, a few. Okay, now a few, we want to highlight that a few is countable. Oh, goodness. Me too. Yeah, I feel like it is a very like common issue, but I feel like one of the it is something that I feel like it pretty much stops at after JC or poly or wherever it might be, but usually like more of the secondary level, then it pretty much stops there. So you're good for the rest of, unless you are doing a specific job that requires you to wake up at around 5 to 6, then yeah. The tuition and school hours is draining my energy. I just realized you're finally doing paper two. Yes, I am. I am. I feel like for school hours and tuition, especially when it comes to nearing exam dates, I completely understand it can be very draining. It can be super draining. Okay, I remember when my sibling was was in school, super drained. We understand. Okay, we definitely understand. 7:30 is pledge taking. Yeah, but it is really something that it can be draining, especially let's say you are waking up very very early, and maybe let's say you're rushing your work till very late at night. Okay, I have friends who back in high school they love to cram. That means they would sleep super late at night or just not sleep at all and go to sleep for 1 or 2 hours in the morning and then go to school. Okay, don't do that. Please don't do that. It is super bad for your health. Okay, it's super bad for your health. Please don't do that. But I'm just saying that what we understand is that it can be super draining because maybe the curriculum is super demanding on you, especially like your time. So it is very important to take that bit of time off for yourself, whether it is just doing something that you like. Okay, people often say, you should drop your hobby when it comes to exam season. If you feel like that's something that works for you, you can, but I personally won't recommend it because I feel like keeping a hobby is it helps you. Okay, there is such a thing as I wouldn't say emotional energy, it's more of an emotional capacity, and what helps you to build the emotional capacity is more of like what do you call that, things you like. It helps you to feel happy. I have to take I have like supplementary classes from the morning to afternoon and have tuition from like oh my god. Is that like a oh okay wait never mind I understand. Okay I just loaded. Oh I see. That must be super tough on you. That must be super tough. One thing that helped me so much, I remember when I was in school, I used to study in a cat cafe. I don't. It is a very unconventional thing, and everyone was super surprised when they heard about it. And one of the best things was that the cats were super friendly over there. I would be writing an essay, and they would come sit on my paper, and I wouldn't be able to do anything. So it's like that reminder that you have to take a break now, and you have to take a break because you don't have a choice. So a cat would actually just be sitting on it, on you, like the either on your lap or on your. So it was a very good experience. I absolutely loved it. Okay, absolutely loved it. Yeah, it was such a fun experience. And however, there was a few times where the cats did manage to lock my laptop for some reason. Okay, they, I think it's because the laptop was warm. They really really liked it, so they sat on it, and it was just, it was such a good experience. Yes, it was crying face emoji because I actually thought they broke my laptop. Anyways, let's go back. Whew, off topic again. Okay, so a few is countable. Okay, so but there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. A few is countable. Okay, I'm gonna change this to blue instead because there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's change it to blue. "7:30 is pledge taking." Yeah, it's very early because I'm trying to imagine like how early you have to wake up to be in school by 7:30. Okay, if let's say you live very close to your school and you can take a 5 minutes walk there, 7:30, so 5 minutes walk. Give yourself 10 for a buffer. 7:20 you leave the house. You have to at least wake up by 7. That's still very early. Having to wake up by 7 is still very early. Please get enough rest. Okay, especially those who are in primary school. Please, please sleep by 10. All right. Okay. Okay, now finally we have a little. Okay, a little you use it in uncountable things. Uncountable things. Okay, so it is not correct because we're talking about sips. Sips is countable, so this is not correct. What are we talking about? Oh, okay. Many, little. Okay, much is also uncountable, so it's not. So we are left with 3. So those who guessed 3, you are correct. Since the coffee was very hot, Mr. Ang took a few sips, so countable. And we are also considering the fact that it's something that's going to be a small amount. Okay, so when you break this down, you actually realize that these kind of things are pretty. The answer is can be obvious at the same time. It's just so important to be able to annotate it correctly. OMG, your handwriting is progressing. Thank you so much. This is the first time I've heard that in my life, okay? I always tell this story. When I was in primary 5, I was given a Stella handbook for primary 1 students because of how bad my handwriting was. My classmates were all given pens. So at the time, we were only allowed to use pencils before primary 5. But because of PSLE, they wanted us to use pens, okay? So they would start at primary 5, they would introduce that everyone would be able to start using their pens. I was one of the few people in my class, along with a bunch of boys, that were not allowed to use pens purely because of how bad my handwriting was. Okay, so I was given the Stella handbook. Newsflash, it did not help my writing at all. It did not help. Okay, so yes, yay, yay, yay. My handwriting is still not good. Okay, but thankfully we are able to use laptops at work. We're able to use laptops in our own stuff. Unless you're writing a diary, I think. Yeah, so honestly, the issue is not really there until I come onto this live, and then sometimes people are like, what is this word? And then they ask me, what is this word? Why is this word over here? I'm like, oh, you misread it. I just really bad handwriting, so it's stuff like that. It's like, I still need to improve my handwriting. All right, okay. 3 more questions. Come on, guys, let's go. Okay. She ate strawberries because she was already full. Okay. We have much, a few, a little, and many. Okay. Okay. Ayon says 2. Ayon says 2. Okay, she ate strawberries because she was already few. Okay, now strawberries. Is strawberries countable or uncountable? Hi, Pauline. Oh, Pauline says 2 as well. Okay, great. Are strawberries countable or uncountable? Mariah says 2. Let's go. Okay, countable or uncountable? Come on, guys. Okay, I'm gonna highlight the fact that countable, great. Okay, these are questions that you have to ask yourself. Okay, was already full. So the fact that she was already full, we can guess a bit that she probably did not eat a lot. Okay, so it's probably gonna be like a small number or a small term of measurement. Okay, so it will be something like that. Okay, now let's look at the options that we have. Okay, much. For much, we are talking about uncountable nouns. Uncountable, and with much, you're usually talking about either like a measurement, how much, or you can say much is refers to a large number. Okay, so these are things to be to note. Besides having bad handwriting, I'm also terrible with use of space when it comes to writing as well. So that is very very problematic. Okay, a little. Okay, oh, a few. Sorry, a few. We are usually talking about small numbers. Okay, I'm gonna use blue. That is good. Small numbers is good. Okay, and then we are also talking about countable. Okay, so that is all in line. Okay, let's see if there's any better option. Okay, I always like to tell my students that if you're doing a question, even though this seems like the best answer, don't choose it directly. Always look through the rest. Okay, especially when you're doing vocab. Okay, but you have to do this quick. You're not supposed, like right now I'm doing annotating with you guys. I'm doing as much annotations as possible. I'm talking a lot. Okay, so definitely we are spending a lot of time per question, but these are not you won't have that time during the exam, so you can either do it really really quickly or have the annotations done in your head. Okay, so it's up to you, but please be more time aware when it comes to the exam. All right, so definitely don't spend as much time as I am per question. Okay, a little you're also talking about uncountable. Okay, so uncountable, so you can use it for like water, you can use it for like milk, but when it comes to this, it is countable, so this will not be the answer. Okay, this will not be the answer because it's a large number and it's uncountable, so it's definitely not what you're talking about. But one of the good things over here is that this means small amount, but since it's already uncountable, then it won't be the answer. All right, many. Okay, when it comes to many refers to a large number, so that definitely strikes it off. Okay, but she was already full. Okay, so it shouldn't be the answer. Okay, then we are left with number 2, meaning that you guys are all correct. Good job, everyone. Good job. Okay, last 2 questions. Let's go. Question 9. Okay, can someone guess the answer? While I drink some water. Don't end the live. We will be. Let's see. No, we won't be ending the live. No worry about that. Okay, we'll be ending the live at 1:30, and then we'll be restarting the live at 2:30 to 5:30. Okay, there's a lot of answers. Whoa, 3/1. Mariah, you have to choose one. You can't do that in the exam. Okay, you can't do that in the exam. Okay, Ayon says 1, Pauline says 3. Okay, I'm gonna circle 1 and 3. I can't tell if it's 1 or 3. It's okay, we'll break it down. Now teacher Mitsuko is gone. Teacher Mitsuko is right here. She's right here. She's the moderator.
Hi, Mariah.
Mariah, do you hear that? Teacher Mitsuko says hi. Hi, Catholic Rebel. Okay, it says it's 3. Okay, Pauline also says it's 3. Mariah, teacher Mitsuko says hi to you. Alright.
That's a Catholic underscore.
Yeah. Alright. The lady blank who is my neighbor. Oh, the lady blank is my neighbor. Has a cute dog. Okay. I love puppies. It's a very random piece of information. Okay. Now, let's break this down, okay? So this is more information, okay? Who is usually you talk about people. Okay? And for which we use it for things. We use it for things. Things, not people. Whom, okay. Used when the person, used when the, oh my god, my handwriting. Person is the object of the sentence, not subject. Okay, but over here, the lady is the subject. Okay. So whom is definitely not correct. The view. The view, it is super gloomy. It is super gloomy today. And the worst part about it being gloomy and rainy is that over here at this angle, it is super cold as well. Once it becomes gloomy, when it's sunny, it's a bit better. You feel a bit of the heat, like from the back. But over here, I'm wearing a winter wear right now. For anyone who can tell, look at the thickness of this right now. It is still super cold for me. Okay, okay. Now, whose? Okay, when you say whose, do you mean belongs to? Sorry. Okay, and it's not really the right meaning over here. Okay, because we're not talking about something that belongs to. She says that she owns, she has. Okay, so over here, this is definitely not correct because we're talking about a person over here. So the answer is 1. Okay, the answer is 1. Okay, but choosing tree is an honest mistake. But please do note that, like I said, when the person it's used when the person is the object in the sentence, not the subject. Okay, so please be careful about that. Okay, question 10. The teacher blank gave us extra homework. Was very kind. Okay. Anyone guess? What? Why am I the only correct one? We're all so proud of you, Ayon. Mara says 2. Mara says 2. Okay, let's circle 2. Okay, come on, guys. Let's guess the answer. Let's guess the answer. This is our last question, guys. Come on. Hi, Ian. Okay, Pauline says 2. Ian says 2. I learned from the lesson. Great. Ion says 1. Ion, I thought you said... Oh, Ion says 1. I think. Okay. Okay, wait. Look, you can look at the annotation from above and consider. Okay. You can look at the annotation. Hi, Romeo. Okay. Okay, should we... Okay. The teacher who gave us extra homework. Okay. Now, over here, the teacher is a person. Not Hong Kong. Wow, that's an interesting username. Why did you call yourself Not Hong Kong? Such an interesting username. The teacher is not up. Check. Okay. 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 Was very kind. Okay. It's a person. Okay. Now let's look. Who? Which? Whom? Whose? My name is Hong Kong, but people always make fun of me by calling me Hong Kong. Oh no. Oh no.
I mean, if you don't get offended, then
Yeah.
if you don't get offended, then it doesn't.
If
It's not fun for the people anymore. People make fun of you.
yeah.
See, he fully accepted it by thinking
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So, teacher Mitsuko was saying if you don't get offended, then it is jokes on the people who make the joke because you know it's not funny anymore for them. But if you find that it's funny as well, it's great. Okay, the teacher which. Okay, now which, it's the same as before. Okay, now think about which is usually for things or objects, not people. Okay. Do note that. Okay, then you have who. Okay, who, like I mentioned, is usually for people. Okay, and whom is usually when the person is the object of the sentence. Okay, not subject, but it's okay. Understand, that's great. Okay, whose is a way of saying belongs to. Okay. Okay, now let's look back at the sentence. The teacher whose gave us extra homework. Okay, doesn't make sense over here. The person is the object of the sentence. Whom, okay, it's not. The teacher is the subject of the sentence, so it is not the answer. Who, okay, that is correct. Let's look at which. Okay, now the teacher is a person, not a thing or object, so it's unfortunately not the answer. Okay, so the answer in this case will be who. Okay, it's a person. Okay. Is there a B in belong or D? Okay, it's a handwriting issue again. Okay, let's see. It's a B. It's a B. Circle it so you guys can see. Don't know if I'm making it worse though. Circle. Okay. Oh, okay. I just really remember when it comes to either an object or person. Okay, now the fact that the teacher is a person, we will use who instead of which. Okay. If you're saying the table which we sat on, you won't say the table who we sat on. Okay, so a table is an object, so you can use which. Or you say a table that we sat on. Okay. Okay. Now this is the booklet that we were going through. Okay. I do want to go through that with everyone. Okay. So everyone, if you guys, so which is like two items. What do you mean? What do you mean? No, which is essentially for objects. So let's say if I were to talk about a table which has been demolished, okay? The table which we sat on was demolished. So you're talking about an object. The table is an object, okay? But if you're saying the teacher, you don't say the teacher which taught us, the teacher who taught us, because it's a person. Okay, so it depends on what the subject you're talking about is. Okay, if the subject is an object, you use which. If the subject is a person or yeah, if it's a person, it's who. Bye bye, I'm leaving. Why not Hong Kong? Why are you leaving? Why? Why are you leaving? Why? All right. Okay, so this I got to go. Okay, I will see you in another live, hopefully. All right. Okay. Like describe the table. As in like if you were to say the table which had red marks on it, the table which was doodled on, the table which was vandalized. Okay, this kind of descriptions you use which. Yes, I joined most of the lives. Oh, I see. That's great. That's great. Okay, I'll see you again. Okay, so for descriptions of objects you can use which as well, or you can say the table that was. Yeah, okay, you get it. Okay, great, awesome. All right, so this is a 2000 1.2 PSL 1.2k 1200 PSLE grammar and vocab questions. Okay, now we collate the most popular tested PSLE questions. Okay, you have the same capybara software as me. How do you know it was a capybara? We are only showing like less than half over here. How do you manage to see it? Wait, is this teacher Jamie's pet, like class pet? I think it is the class pet.
Yeah,
Yes.
they become a family. This is mother.
Oh, this is mother.
Which is bigger than the first two. And Mochi, the other one.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay, you guys can
Oh, the
see.
strawberry one, so cute. You have the strawberry one.
It
Oh,
has
strawberry.
the Writers at Work sticker over here. Okay, which one is this one? Is it like the
Mochi.
babe? Mochi. It's mochi. Why is it called mochi?
I actually don't know. Ah, I remember we got the live participants actually named.
Oh, I
Mochi.
see.
Yeah.
You named your strawberry. Oh, I see. This one is mochi. What is the mom one? Is it or is it just called mother?
Yeah, it's just mother.
It's just mother. So cute. Yeah, I don't know where teacher Jamie's got them from though. I'm not quite sure.
I'm also unsure. You can check with her now.
Not quite sure. But it is very, very cute. It is very, very cute. I think recently, it wasn't that recent, like a few years ago, capybara suddenly became super popular. I don't know why. They're cute, definitely, definitely very cute. But it's that sudden surge of popularity that made me like, huh. Mine is the Green Party. Yeah, I think it's most of them are from I've seen them at the Green Party as well. Yeah. But they're not cheap, are they? They're not cheap. They're actually quite expensive. Actually quite expensive. Alright. But anyways, here we have the Writers at Work 1.2 thousand PSLE grammar and vocab questions. Okay. Again, it is the popular test at PSLE questions. So it's great for students who, let's say you guys are falling a bit behind in your exams, but you guys want that last minute consolidation. Okay, this is a great option, especially because it has already been collated for you guys already. So it's definitely giving you guys something more concentrated to work with. Let's say you're just 1 or 2 months away from PSLE, or right now it's actually, and you want to, just make it you just want to have that consolidation. This is a very good option. It became the same. It became popular because of the same reason as Labubu. Wait, okay. I don't understand why. No, okay. Labubu is cute, I guess. I don't have a Labubu, but why did it become popular? It is a genuine question. Okay, this is something that I'm very interested in. Can anyone tell me why Labubu suddenly became very popular? Is there like a specific reason? And then now Mariah is saying that it's becoming popular, like the capybaras became popular for the same reason as Labubu. I'm even more confused because Labubu is a collectible, right? It's a collectible. Capybaras aren't a collectible. Why is it? Wait, why? I'm so confused right now. Please share it with me, okay? I'm deeply interested in this. While I go on to the next section, please share this with me. Okay, if anyone has any answers why Labubu became popular, or why the capybara became popular, or in any way how are they similar, please tell me. I'm super interested in that. Okay. Okay. When I use which is like which cup should I use? Yes, you because you essentially when you're using the word which, you are using it as a form of a question. Like you can use it as a form of a question, like the choices you have. Which, so it's talking about some options, okay? And out of all the options, that is the one. That is essentially it. It is a selection. It's like a selective word, okay? It's a selective word. Which cup should I use? Okay, I have these options. You're suggesting that there's more than one. Okay, then you're saying the table which has been vandalized by someone. You're saying that there are a lot of different tables, but that one has been selected and vandalized. So it's something specific. Which which. I forgot there was this tongue twister. But Mariah, please tell me why did the Labubu become popular? Please tell me. And why do you say the capybara is popular for the same reason? I'm so interested. I'm so invested right now. Now that you said this. Now that you said this, I'm so invested. All right. Okay. Let us go through some oral ebooks for everyone. Okay. I'm going to go through it. Okay. But Mariah, please tell me. goodness. Okay, there we are. You look, you have Roblox? Roblox? Roblox?
It's a game.
Yeah. But I don't have it on my laptop, so I'm confused.
Yeah, you thought they saw something new that's Roblox.
Roblox? Do I have Roblox? I don't think I have Roblox. Oh. I have Roblox? I have tried shooting games before, like games that require a bit of aim and everything. Let's just say that I'm not good with controlling the keys on my laptop. Okay, my I tried playing with friends before on like their laptops. Okay, but it has not worked well in my favor. Okay, Blackpink's. Oh, it was because of Lisa. Really? Then what about the capybara? Is it because of Lisa as well, another like celebrity? Okay, it's gonna be so controversial, but I feel like I understand the capybara a bit better than the Labubu obsession. No offense, but I used to be a collectible person. I don't know if anyone remembers that, or if it was just me, but previously, I think it was Toys R Us. There was this collectible minion series. It was like a rubber minion series. So essentially, you would buy like a little packet, and then you can open it, and then after that, there'll be the little minion. I don't know where my minion collection is, but I had a minion collection, okay, and I would make little stop motion videos of it just for fun. But I'm gonna play Roblox. Oh, I see. Okay, that's why you said that. Okay, bye, Ion. Bye. I will see you later. All right. But yes, I used to have that minion collection. That one I understood a bit better. I don't know. Capybaras became popular due to their charming appearance and online. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Okay, because I remember I went overseas to I went to China for a trip. Okay, and what I saw was that there was a themed event, a capybara themed event. It was interesting, I would say, but yeah, I did not understand how it became popular so quickly, but it was very interesting. Okay, very interesting. And they had a live capybara over there. They had a live capybara that you could feed and pet, and I was like, huh, that was very interesting. Okay, but definitely capybaras give very, yeah, they are funny. They look very comical creatures, very comical creatures. All right. Anyways, okay, oral practice. Okay, now we are currently offering the oral model response ebook. Okay, so you guys can see it is Royston over here. For you guys, it's Opa Royston over here. Okay, now it's on sale. Okay, do note that it is on sale. It was actually someone that made a filter on TikTok of a capybara that made it go viral. Oh, I see. That makes more sense. Teacher, I am broke. We actually do have a decent amount of free resources on our website as well. Okay, but of course, when you're talking about the ebook, the I would say that the information inside would definitely be a bit more tailored. Okay, it will definitely be yeah, it we'll have more content inside, definitely. Okay, so I think if you are looking for tips and tricks to help your own learning, or you're looking for like a sneak peek, you can definitely look at some free resources that we have online. You can find that all on the Writers at Work website. You can look through our blog posts as well. We have a lot of different content about learning strategies. We have a lot of content about like let's say learning styles, about how to pick up certain things. Okay, but when it comes to like specific practice and specific responses that you require a bit of a formula, a bit of a structure, I would definitely recommend ebooks a bit more, because when it comes to the ebooks, these have all been vetted through by teachers. They have been specially made. It's essentially a product for students who prefer to study on their own or need that extra practice. Okay, when is Teacher Mitsuko coming back to life? So Teacher Mitsuko will reply you in the comment section. She is moderating.
I'm still alive, I never died.
Teacher Mitsuko says she's still alive. She has been
Just
here.
not live.
Just not live, okay? Okay, Teacher Mitsuko is here. You can text her in the comment section. She will get back to you, okay? She is here. Okay, I promise you, she's here. She's just not showing her face. She's hiding behind the camera today. But yes, when it comes to the ebooks, definitely the one that we made, this ones that we're selling right now, it is not like any other ebooks, and it is currently on sale, okay. This is not like the other ebooks where students are simply reading material, they have nowhere to practice, okay, and nowhere else to learn important tools. Okay, now when it comes to ebooks, I think one of the most important thing that is one of the downside is that, especially with oral materials, it is very hard for students to pick up on important things like facial expressions and gestures. Okay, when it comes to oral, there are a lot of different ways that you can make yourself engaging when it comes to speaking to the teacher. Okay, and it's not just about speaking with very sophisticated vocab. It's about speaking with emotion. Okay, you don't want someone who is speaking with nice vocab but they're speaking in a very monotonic voice like this, and the teacher doesn't really know what they're saying. They're really just rapping. So it's stuff like that that it emotions and gestures like I'm expressing myself like this. These are things that can truly heighten your content and your engagement. 11 minutes left. Mariah is my personal timer. Okay, but yeah, these are things that can really improve um the content that you're saying. Okay, so I would definitely say that I still got high marks even though with red eyes and straight voice. Don't try it at home though. I remember when I was in JC, I forgot. It was, yes, it was the final oral exam. 2 weeks before the oral exam, my wisdom teeth, the one at the bottom, it suddenly got infected. It suddenly started swelling up. 2 weeks before, and it was just rubbing against my gum. It was just pain. There was no choice but to get it extracted. And the worst part was that it wasn't just growing upwards, it was growing sideways. So it had to be surgical. You couldn't just like yoink it out. I had to go into surgery 1 week before my exam. I was given 1 week to heal because we were also doing in a public hospital, so you also had to wait a bit. So by that time, I had 1 week to heal, and I had to go to the exam with 2 holes in my mouth. And at that point, I was still washing out my wounds right before the exam. So, but it went okay. It went okay. I still did decently well in my exam, but yeah, it was unfortunate. So I sympathize. I understand, Mariah. I understand. But yes, or ebooks. Okay, now this ebook comes with 10 karaoke style videos that support students to speak fluently. Okay, so with these videos, you will definitely be able to pick up on smaller details such as like maybe gestures, or let's say you need to learn how to speak with a certain tone, certain emotions. Okay, this is a great place for you to learn. Okay, and now we are currently having a promotion, so we will be giving students away 18 free videos. Okay, we'll be adding onto that. So in total, students will be getting 28 videos. Okay, so it's a massive jump up. So it's more than 2 times. Okay. So at this point, I also understand that some parents, are there any parents watching here? Parents, please show of hands. Okay, so parents might have some doubts at this point. Okay, but I do want to share some of the massive improvements that students have been getting from our curriculum. Okay, so we have students have been having some massive improvements, so especially with composition and especially with the oral exam. So I'll be showing you guys some results that our students have been getting in our exams. Okay, so this is the composition. Okay, this is the composition. So it is a proof that our curriculum does work. Okay, so you guys can see over here that students have scored full marks before over here after our classes. So it is something that we're actually super proud of. Yeah, because there is really no better proof of effective teaching and education when it comes to results and success stories. Okay, for those who are looking for some statistics, Writers at Work is actually one of the top English tuition centers in Singapore. And truly, I'm not just saying that, okay? 90% of our PSLE cohort have since achieved AL 1 to 4, and 90% of a secondary school cohort 3 grades of improvement. So it is a massive improvement. Okay, so as an established English tuition center, parents can really rest assured that we have all the resources. We have been here since 2012. Okay, that is a long time. That is more than, not very good at math. Okay, 13 years. Okay, so that's a long time. Okay, so our teachers, we have seen many years of PSLE students. Okay, we've seen a lot of different sessions. Definitely, we are well prepared. All right, so we understand that English is a communicative skill, and that is why we do what we do. All right, now I will be showing everyone some formats within our PSLE oral model responses ebook. Okay, that's a massive mouthful. Okay, so you guys can take a look. We have actually, oh yes, 13.5 years. We're almost at 2016. We are, yeah, it is. It's already June. That's insanely stressful to know. It's already June. It's like in my head, the year just started. The year just started. I remember celebrating. Yeah, I remember celebrating Chinese New Year still this year. Ooh. Oh no, prelims is in less than a month. Yeah, it is. Help, help. Mariah's panicking. uh, but what can we do? We can only lock in and focus. Truly focus. There is unfortunately no other option. Okay. Okay, now I will be showing everyone some of the formats we have in this oral booklet. Okay, so this is an example of what the questions will be like. Okay, of course, there will be definitely more than one. Okay, this is for the 2021 PSLE oral. Okay, if you could choose, what time would you like school to start and end? Why? Okay, I always tell students, if school could start at 2 p.m. every single day. Now, if back when I was in primary school, when I was in secondary school, when I was in JC, school started at 2 p.m. every day. I can say that I would do much better. So I always say that to students, but unfortunately, that cannot be the case because that would mean that teachers would have to end work a lot later, and that would also mean that we would have a lot less time to spend in school. Okay, and sometimes there's just a lot of content. We also have CCAs, so that is just something that is not doable. But 2 p.m. start of school, that is a dream. That is a dream. Okay, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay, over here we have the new syllabus breakdown. Okay, so this is a rough breakdown so everyone can see. In 2024, we were talking about 30 marks, and 2025, 40 marks. So it's from a 15% to 20% overall change. So it'll be like around 5% change. I only said 10%, but 5% change. Okay, and in 2024, we were talking about posters. Okay, the medium of exams was posters, and over here it is 2025, and we are using photographs. Okay, so there is that change. Okay, so it's so important that students are maintaining on top, staying on, what is with my language today, staying on top of that today. Okay, so you guys can definitely see over here the difference. Okay, now I'll be showing you guys the promotion time, coupon time. Okay, special price will now be $44.90. Okay, do note that this will be coming with the extra 18 videos. Okay, with the videos and taught as their minds have not working out. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the extra 18 videos, it will be a great way for students to be guided. Okay, it will include those tips on emotions, how to express yourself, emotive language, gestures. Okay, these are all things that you can take away from the videos. It would definitely be very different from buying any random oral ebook, any random oral assessment book from Popular. There are no videos attached there. It is very hard for students to learn small details such as gestures and emotions. However, unfortunately, gestures and emotions are a massive contribution to engagement when it comes to oral exam, and engagement then goes forward to impact your grades. Okay. Again, super important. Like Mariah said, 1 month away from prelims. Okay, great way to consolidate. Okay, all right. Now what's included? We have 3 minutes left. Come on, guys, let's lock in. Okay, What's included? You guys can see from the content page that it is actually a lot of content. This is better as they have enough time to have a full meal, go for a walk to warm up their minds. As in like the two starting at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. definitely. But honestly, let's face it, okay? If school starts at 7:30, as a student, you would wake up at like 7 and then reach school at 7:30. If school starts at 2 p.m., you won't go for a full meal, go for a walk to warm up your mind. You would be sleeping at like past midnight and then you'll be waking up at 1. Let's face it, okay? Because I would have done that when I was a student, okay? So definitely, Mariah, what you said is idealistic. It is something that I would like to do. We see those self care TikToks where people are waking up at 5, doing a full workout routine, going for a walk, having a full made a home homemade meal, and then going for work finally at 8. But let's be fair. I would if my work starts at 9, I would wake up at I would still wake up at 7:30. But anyways, I wouldn't be waking up at 5 just to do the extra workout. I would not do that, unfortunately. Okay. Hey, you guys can see it's the vocab guide. With the vocab guide here. Yeah, but at least you have time to walk around. Who would walk around at midnight? I wouldn't walk around at all. Let's be fair. I wouldn't walk around at all. Okay. Um, I'm super unfit. Okay, maybe that is why I'm super unfit. I actually got hurt recently. I had to go to the A&E because of how unfit I was. I went bouldering with some friends, and I fell down at an angle and sprained my neck muscle. We were so scared I actually sprained my spine, so we had to rush to the A&E. So again, if you guys feel like you need the midnight walk, don't listen to me. Go for that walk. Okay, I'm someone who never went for those walks, and that is why I'm so unfit. Okay, so let my story be a lesson to all of you. All right. Okay. Okay. Last 1 minute. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay. Now for this, it will include the 2025 and 2024. Okay. You would have the mock PSLE oral exam questions as well as suggested model responses. Okay. These will all come with a video, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay. Let's speed through this. You are late. I know. We have to go through the parent testimonials. Okay. Just parent testimonials. We'll be done. Okay. Parent testimonials. Okay. Let's take a look at this real quick. Okay, when it comes to parent testimonials, you can see that parents definitely do trust us a lot. Okay, you can see that we have amazing reviews from parents. The teacher at WOW is extremely passionate and is dedicated to providing improving English standards of our child. I encourage my child into reading. The teacher brought along a few books of different genres to lend to my child. Okay, so definitely you can see that our teachers are super passionate. Okay, we also have from CETA. Okay, this is the first year that our P6 girl is attending the enrichment writers. My girl is very patient and experienced teachers. My girl has improved her writing in paper 2. Okay, so definitely a lot of improvement. And from Betty Lim, okay, again, massive improvement. Elder son from AL4 in P5 to AL2 in PSLE results. Okay, 1 year improvement. Okay, super actually is really important for students to always ensure that they're having that level of consistency, right? Okay, so Venus Huang, my kids have shown massive improvements. Okay, it's definitely a lot of improvements. Okay, Mariah say go go go. Okay, yes, we will be ending our live now. Okay, so we're hoping that the parent testimonials does clear any doubts. All right, 1 minute 30 seconds late. Wow, Mariah. Okay, yeah, we will be coming back at 2:30. Okay, do join us in our live then. Okay, see you everyone.
Bye.
Bye.